Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday service for actually July 7th, but we are doing a July 4th freedom talk this morning, spiritual freedom. So I'd like us to begin our day today with, as we would normally, with a service. And I have a few PowerPoints that I'd like to share that we can join together. So let's begin our day with our invocation affirmation. There is only one presence and one power active in my life, God the good, omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in Unity Clear Lake Center, God the good, omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in our world, God the good, omnipotent. In our mission statement, Unity Clear Lake Center is committed to loving all and empowering people to transform their lives through the practice of universal spiritual principles and the energy of God's love. And our 5 basic ideas of unity. God is absolute good, everywhere present. Human beings have a spark of divine spirit within them, the Christ consciousness within. Therefore, they are inherently good. Human beings create their experience by the activity of their thinking. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Prayer is the process that affirms our connection with God-mind and brings forth wisdom, healing, and everything good. Knowing and understanding universal laws, also called truth, are not enough. A person must also live the truth that he or she knows. And now we'll have the song Surely the Presence.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. In the midst of His children, the Lord said He would be. It doesn't take very many. It can be just 2 or 3, and I feel the same sweet spirit that I felt oft times before. Surely I can say that I've been with the Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory is in this place. There's a holy hush around us as God's glory fills this place. I've touched the hem of His garment, and I can almost see His face, and my heart is overflowing with the fullness of His joy. I can say without a doubt that I've been with the Lord, for surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. For surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. For surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. This
And now let's say together the Lord's Prayer from the Aramaic. O birther, father, mother of the cosmos, you create all that moves in light. Focus your light within us, make it useful, as the rays of a beacon show the way. Create your reign of unity now through our fiery hearts and willing hands. Your one desire then acts with ours, as in all light, so in all forms. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight, substance for the call of growing life. Loose the cords of mistakes binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Don't let surface things delude us, but free us from what holds us back. From you is born all ruling will, the power and life to do, the song that beautifies all. From age to age it renews. Amen. And our daily word for today: I am grateful to be free in God. If I have struggled for release from oppressive circumstances, if I have wished for relief from burdens or freedom from limitation, it's likely I have felt frustrated and disappointed. It's when I realize and claim my spiritual freedom that I loosen the tight grip of my worldly situations. In God, I am free. At the level of spirit, nothing binds me. As a divine being, I am in the world, but not of it. As I carry these awarenesses with me, I feel newly serene. I choose to meet life from my spiritual center, empowering myself with affirmative thoughts and a positive attitude. This is a key to my freedom, and no one and nothing can take it from me. My worldly situations may not have changed, but I have. From this place of empowerment, I am eternally free. And from Psalm 119, verse 45, I shall walk in liberty, for I have sought your precepts. I am grateful to be free in God. So here we are. We're celebrating freedom, spiritual freedom today. And in the realm of spiritual exploration, freedom actually really resonates as a deep idea within us that transcends boundaries of religion and philosophy, because it speaks to the essence of human existence, our innate desire to break free from limitation, to expand our consciousness, to discover our really true selves. Today, we're going to look at what several spiritual leaders, pioneers, teachers had to say about this freedom. You know, for over 150 years, Charles Fillmore, Ernest Holmes, H. Emily Cady, St. Germain, Emma Curtis Hopkins, all of their insights and teachings have assisted us on this journey to understand and embrace the whole concept of spiritual freedom. Charles Fillmore once, in a reading or writing that he did, it was called Liberation Through Unity with the Divine, he emphasized the transformative power of spiritual understanding and the realization of our own divine potential. He viewed spiritual freedom as a state of consciousness that could be achieved through our own unity with God. His teachings often centered on the idea that aligning our thoughts and consciousness with spiritual truths, that would be how we would transcend the limitations of the material world. And one of his quotes is, freedom is it in its highest sense is divine. It is the untrampled expression of the divine will through the consciousness of man. So Fillmore always wanted us to consider that true freedom arises not from external circumstances, but really with an inner alignment with the divine will. And it's a perspective that actually encourages us to seek liberation through spiritual awakening and realization, what he had stated. You know, Ernest Holmes, in The Power of Mind and Creative Freedom, wrote that while emphasizing the creative power of mind in achieving spiritual freedom, he believed that our thoughts shape our experiences, and that by consciously directing our minds, we can create lives of freedom and fulfillment. So his philosophy encourages us to recognize the inherent creative abilities within ourselves and to use them for our own spiritual growth. So he said, the mind of man is the builder, and we can consciously direct our thoughts to build whatever we will. Now, through this quote, Holmes invited us to understand that spiritual freedom begins within the mind by choosing thoughts aligned with truth, love, harmony. And in that way, we actually create a way for our own life to be liberated from fear and limitation. H. Emily Cady wrote in the book Freedom Through Divine Guidance and Faith, emphasized the role of faith and divine guidance in achieving spiritual freedom. She taught that by aligning ourselves with divine principles and trusting in the guidance of the higher self, we can transcend challenges and manifest our true potential. Katie's teachings remind us of the power of faith shaping our own spiritual journey. And her words resonate with a real deep sense of trust and surrender. And she once stated, the more we trust, the more we shall find the affirmation, all things are possible to him that believes, to be true. Katie's insight encourages us even today to actually create a faith and develop that faith that liberates us from doubt and fear, a faith that opens the door to spiritual freedom by aligning ourselves with the limited potentials of the divine. Emma Curtis Hopkins wrote in Freedom Through Divine Principle and Universal Law, emphasized the power of divine principles, universal laws, in achieving spiritual freedom. She was known as the teacher of teachers, and she taught that by aligning ourselves with these truths, we can transcend the limitations of the material world and really awaken to our divine nature. She once stated, to know God is to know one's own soul, and to know one's own soul is to know the universe and all its wonderful laws and activities. Through these words, Hopkins reminds us that true spiritual freedom arises from knowing and aligning ourselves with the divine principles, the eternal truths that actually govern existence and guide us towards self-realization and liberation. And finally, Saint Germain, in the transmission of Transmutation and the Alchemy of Spiritual Freedom, actually spoke of the process of transforming lower energies into higher ones. He taught that through spiritual practices, an inner alchemy, as he states, would occur, and that we can elevate our consciousness and liberate ourselves from the constraints of the ego and delusion. He once stated, the transmutation of the base metals of human consciousness into the gold of an enlightened being is the work of spiritual alchemy. So here, Saint Germain really invites us to engage in the absolute profound work of inner transformation. And he wants us and suggests to us and encourages us, as he states, to purify our thoughts and emotions, thereby liberating ourselves from the chains of ignorance and realizing our spiritual potential. So, we can look at the teachings of these beautiful spiritual beings, these leaders, teachers of our spiritual work that we are doing today. And we can find a very common thread woven in through all their insight. And it's the liberation of the soul through alignment with divine truth, creative power, faith, transformation, universal law. And each of these beautiful teachers offers a unique perspective on spiritual freedom. And they're all inviting us to integrate their wisdom into our lives. So one of the things that they're all asking us to do is to align ourselves with divine truth, to align our thoughts, our beliefs, actions with the highest spiritual truths that we know, and to embrace the unity of all life. Recognize our interconnectedness, not only with each other, but with the divine. And another thing they're asking us to do is to harness the creative power of our minds to shape our reality. They're asking us to create positive thoughts and affirmations that support all of your spiritual growth and liberation. And then also to develop a deep trust in the divine guidance within you, to surrender all the fears and doubts, knowing that faith opens the path to miracles and spiritual breakthroughs. They're all also asking us to, as Saint Germain would say, engage in inner alchemy by transmuting all the lower energies into higher vibration. They're all asking us to create in our consciousness a higher level of being through spiritual practices that elevate your awareness and expand your capacity for love and compassion. And the main thing they're asking us is to align with the universal laws, to study and embody universal laws and principles that govern spiritual and material realms, to live in harmony with these laws, and to experience greater peace, abundance, fulfillment, joy, love, connectedness. You know, spiritual freedom is not merely an abstract concept, but it's a lived experience. It's actually a journey of awakening and self-discovery that unfolds as we make a conscious connection and alignment with divine truth. We have a creative expression, we expand our faith, and by doing so, we transmute all lower energies into a much higher frequency. And as we continue to explore and embody these teachings, we can find a deeper liberation and joy and fulfillment on all of our spiritual paths. So I'd like us to affirm something together. I am free in mind, spirit, and soul. I embody the divine principles of truth, love, and abundance. My journey towards spiritual freedom is illuminated by the wisdom of the ages, guiding me to live authentically and joyously. And that comes from Saint Germain. So today, I invite us all to enjoy this journey of spiritual freedom, to have a sense of spiritual freedom that covers every aspect of our lives, every moment of every day, no matter what. Let that aspect of spiritual freedom lead us in every moment of acknowledging that I am the divine. I am that I am. And for that, we are so grateful. And now, I want to thank everyone for all your spiritual, financial donations. And you can send a check to Assist Supporting Unity Clear Lake Center. And you can send that to Unity Clear Lake Center, P.O. Box 755, Lower Lake, California, 95457. And now, let's join together and say in our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, because I am, and all is wonderful. And now I'd like us to sing together. You are the face of
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
You are the face of God, because you are the great I am. Thank you all for joining with us today and viewing this video. May God bless each and every one of you on your path. God bless.